It's a Wisdom Wednesday. 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 Sing with me. It's a Wisdom Wednesday. It's a Wisdom Wednesday. It's a Wisdom Wednesday. A Wisdom Wednesday. A Wisdom Wednesday. A Wisdom Wednesday. It's a Wisdom Wednesday. It's a Wisdom Wednesday. Someone you create a visionary. Kamalamu Tembelihle Ntombi Yakabuthelezi, Queen Bringer of Good Hope. Yes. Queen Bringer of Good Hope. So today I want to talk about the power of authenticity throughout all of life. Never giving up the power of your authentic self. I really want to talk about this because this is an important topic in overcoming the fear of living fully. The fear of living fully. It doesn't matter if you are coming out of a narcissistic relationship, situationship, boo thing, bathing, work thing. It doesn't matter if you grew up in a home where you were invalidated, you weren't accepted, you weren't loved, you weren't cared for. It doesn't matter what has happened in life. It doesn't matter if life has just knocked you out like bam, 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 bam. Out of depression. What loud. I'm out of depression. Oh, thank you to them gods. So did I tell you this? I went on a 21-day forced self-depression experience. So I had somewhat gotten out of depression, but then I had to test my own consciousness. And I put myself back into depression. And I just closed my curtains and I sat like a depressed person and watched YouTube videos. I did that for 21 days while I was creating the other videos that whole series that I finished creating for you. Because I think it's so inauthentic to try to help people who are depressed come out of depression when you are not living that. The best actresses, the best therapists, the best healers know what it's like. That's why sometimes when you listen to people on YouTube, you can tell that they don't even know what they're talking about when they take out their Bibles and they're reading their Bible scriptures, and yet they're still complaining that their mothers are trying to kill them. I'm like, so you don't really believe in this God that you say you believe in, right? Because if you really believed in God, you wouldn't be afraid that your mother's trying to kill you with witchcraft. Okay, but no judgment. Just observing. I don't judge, I just observe. I just say, consciousness. But we are all at different stages of evolution. Probably some part in my life, once upon a time, I was there. But now I want to talk about, why am I telling you about my depression experience? My depression experience was a place for me to create my Detox from Depression program from a place of authenticity. When I am depressed, I do this. When I am depressed, I live like this. When people are depressed, I literally said, what happens when someone is depressed? I looked at my own experiences. That's why I could articulate self-loathing so well and show you what it looked like. And if you haven't watched those videos, please start here. Okay, it's the videos where I am wearing sarongs. Okay, those videos articulated the process of being a scapegoat, and coming out of a smear campaign and coming out of depression, and what it really feels like, and the inner dialogue and the inner turmoil and the emotional hell you live through, and also unraveling your thought process while going through a smear campaign. I mean, I don't know how you can teach people this stuff if you haven't lived it. It's just textbook nonsense. Textbook nonsense. But anyway, who am I to judge? I'm not judging, just observing. Just observing. So I kind of like to have the experience. I'm more of an experiential teacher. Maybe that's what I could say about myself. I'm an experiential teacher. I experience something, I teach from it. I experience something, I write about it, I teach on it. I experience something, overcome it, and then write about it, and then teach on it. And I think that's maybe sometimes why I've been having this conversation with myself. I'm like, oh, maybe that's why you might feel behind compared to most 43-year-olds. You should be this, you should be this, you should be this. No, I shouldn't be anything. I'm authentically me because I've got to live that experience. Not that I will ever live these narcissistic experiences again. Now I'm damn gangster. I'm just like, bam! I will never live that garbage again. No, will I ever. I had an experience with God, and I was telling which is God, Father, Mother, God in Zulu. And I was having this conversation with God. I said, God, I'm never going into depression. I don't really want to deal with it again. I did it real well, and I got an A+ for it. And now that I'm on the other side of that stuff, I ain't going back. Depressed people, people, you're going to have to deal with your depressions and heal thyself. Honestly, you're going to have to damn heal thyself. But anyway, why was I telling you that? Authenticity. Let's get back to authenticity. So I will even tell you that I put myself in depression and I was sitting there watching YouTube videos. That stuff is bad news. This is how people spiral. This is how you spiral because you just go deeper into this, in narcissism, and you can't get out and there's no hope and you're like, oh my God, what is happening? I'm such a victim. This is why I can speak on this stuff with such conviction and such authority, because I live it, I overcome it, I write about it, and then I teach on it because I'm just a damn good teacher. What can I say? Okay, authenticity. I strive to encourage everyone on planet Earth to live in authenticity. Live in authenticity. Authenticity is power. Number one, when you are authentic, you make fearless decisions. Write that down, my little student. Write it down. You make fearless decisions. Fearless decisions. People who live fake lives. Fake lives. They cannot speak up for themselves. They are follow. I'm going to follow this person, and it's all fear-based. When you are living in fear, when you are living in inauthenticity, when you are living a fake life, when you're living lies, when you're wearing all of these masks to try to fit into society, selling your soul, you will be led into very dark places. Live in authenticity. Not everybody's going to like you when you live in authenticity. Do you think I haven't lived in an authentic life? Oh yes, when I was busy with crazies, low self-esteem human beings who don't know if they're coming or going, narcissists, borderlines, all sorts of this rubbish. You're constantly trying to please these bottomless pits of worthlessness, and you eventually lose yourself. Get away from these people. Your decisions will be fear-based. Are they gonna like me? Are they not gonna like me? Are they gonna like me? Maybe they're not gonna like me. if I like twist myself like this and twist myself like that and twist myself like this, maybe they're gonna like, you will end up in prison. You will end up in prison. Okay? And authenticity makes you so irresistible. Why? Because people cannot copy you. People cannot place you in a box because they don't know what you're going to talk about. They don't know who or how you're going to show up next. They don't know what you're going to say next. But if you live an inauthentic life with masks, number one, you're never present. Number two, you live in a whole lot of fear. And we have been talking about fear. The world is filled with fear. If it's not tsunamis, it's the rains and the monsoons and the hurricanes. If it's not this, it's the fires. If it's not this, it's the financial problems. If it's not this, it's the relational problems. If it's not this, it's the depression. If it's not the depression, it's the narcissist. If it's not the narcissist, it's... it never ends. It's the borderlines. If it's not the borderlines, oh my God, it does not end. But when you live in your authenticity and you're like, this is me, and if you don't like it, goodbye, God bless, get out of my life. The people that can handle that power will stay. And those that cannot handle that power, they will run away. It's so much better. It is so much better to live in authenticity. I am 43 years old. 43, okay? I've always lived like this, loud, and then this is why my husband says, I cannot handle it. I really cannot handle living with you like this. I thought you would calm down, but you don't calm down. But I couldn't embody this level of authenticity out into the world because I thought I had to be professional. I thought I had to be like prim and proper. But like when I would like get to know people, and I would bring out my authenticity, they would love it. But first people would say to me, wow, I didn't know that you were so mysterious and so exciting to be around and so vivacious and so, your personality is so wild. I'm like, maybe I should live like this a lot. And people would say to me, but like, especially men, women are usually jealous because they live in low self-esteem. The men would say to me, but wow, why don't you just show up like this all the time? And I'm like, maybe I should show up like this. Men would appreciate my vivaciousness and my authenticity because we'd have really deep conversations. These women. But then I used to like kind of like put myself into a box to be accepted by women. Number one, because I grew up with siblings, sisters. And I really wanted love and validation for my family. So I thought if I just put myself in a little box so that they could accept me and love me, they would. They won't. People like this are incapable of loving themselves. So how do you think they're going to love you? Okay, so if you're a scapegoat of your family and you grew up around narcissists and siblings who are incapable of loving themselves, a mother who was incapable of loving themselves because of whatever trauma they went through, we're not making them bad people, but it just is what it is. You must not shrink yourself to make them accept you and love you. You must live out fully, authentically. Because if you do not live fully and authentically, you are going to attract friends with low self-esteem that represents your siblings, represents images of your mother, because this is all you have inside of your mind. These are the images that you have inside of your mind. The more I live authentically, the better I feel. The better I sleep, the better I feel. I refuse to be around people who are fakes, who are liars, who are thieves, who are willing to kill other people for just being authentic. I refuse. Because you're going to go into a depression. What is depression? Anger turned within. And why do you have anger turned within? Because you are unwilling to live out your truths. You are unwilling to speak your truths. You are unwilling to have boundaries with crazy people who want to kill you for you just being yourself. It's now raining, meaning that I've got to stop filming. But this is what I wanted to share with you. So let's close off this with 3 key points that you take away from you. Depression is anger turned within. Why are you angry? Because you are, maybe you have been taught that who you are is just too damn much. You're too sensitive. You're too loud. You're too adventurous. You think too big. Who do you think you are? Tell these people with low self-esteem to take their low self-esteem somewhere else. Go to therapy. Go fix your low self-esteem issues. Has nothing to do with you. Okay? Oh, but I'm going to hurt other people's feelings. Who cares? These people will get you arrested because they are willing to do anything to be validated and loved by people who can't even love themselves. So get the hell away from these people. I learned, I'm 43 years old, and I said, never again will I live a fake life to make people who do not like themselves love me. In what damn reality? I'm damn too old. So how I behave in my home, where I'm just dancing for myself and making noise, is how I'm going to be. Oh, what a beautiful bird. Is how I'm going to be going forward. I refuse, because, I could have gotten killed for this stuff. I could have ended up in jail for this stuff, for living an inauthentic life. Oh, hail to the no. No! Authenticity all the way forward. I was having a conversation with my husband recently, and I said, I don't know how to take care of myself. I'm kind of troubled. I'm very worried because I don't know how to take care of myself. And this new level of authenticity, this new level of vavavumness, I don't know how I'm going to make money. My husband's like, since when do you not know how to make money? And I'm like, yeah, that's some ignorance. I always know how to make money. It was because I hadn't come to the truth of accepting my authenticity. Now that I've accepted my authenticity, I'm just like, I know what kind of people I like to be around. I know what kind of people I will not tolerate, even if their buildings were burning down. I wouldn't even spit on them. Hail to the no. Say, burn! I know what kind of people, even if they went to prison, would not even visit them and bring them a carrot or an apple. Apple. Never. Because it's just not for me. And then when I had that conversation with myself, and I sat down and I spoke to myself and I had that conversation with myself, I'm like, okay, so you've always known how to make money. Yes. You've always known how to take care of yourself. Yes. You've done it before. Yes. So what makes you think you can't do it now that you've got higher self-esteem and you found out who, and you're only willing to live in your authenticity? Don't you think that there are people who will appreciate that? Because there have been people who have appreciated that in the past. You got to learn to speak to yourself. You got to learn to speak to your fears. You got to learn to dissect your inner dialogue. Your inner dialogue. There is a new energy here on planet Earth, and it is requiring for a mosquito, please go. That is requiring for all of us, or the ones that are capable of being authentic, to be authentic. If you do not try to grow and live in your authenticity, you're not going to be able to make money, because nobody cares about fake anymore. I'm starting to see more and more and more of this. We are calling these people out. Nobody cares about fake. So only the authentic people are going to make it. The other ones, they're going to be called out. Okay, that was number one. Live in your authenticity. Get out of your depression. Depression is an inability to live in an authentic life, and anger turned within. Number two, have boundaries. Boundaries. Know who you are and who you want to be around, and who you will not even visit them in jail and bring them an apple. No, thank you. Number three, life will always take care of itself. You must be willing to question your fears. Question your fears. If your fears are saying, yeah, but if I let go of my masks, I am this, I am an accountant, I am a doctor, I am a this, I am a welder, I am a school teacher, and now one day if I just want to be authentic and live my life full out, how am I going to make money? People are not they're gonna say I'm schizo, I got ADHD, today I was this, tomorrow I was this, today I'm this, tomorrow I'm this. Who cares? I'm figuring out myself, and if you don't like it, take yourself low self-esteem somewhere else. Because you live in a box and I refuse to live in a box. Say this to them. Repeat after me. Repeat after Teacher Tembi. Who cares? I'm trying to figure out myself. You and your low self-esteem, go somewhere else. Go find friends who play in low self-esteem. I am trying to figure out the magnificence of the living God within me, and it is not my business what your low self-esteem issues are. Say this to people and see how they feel. they're going to be real mad, but who cares? So now that I've spoken my truths and I'm all about living in divine authenticity. Divine authenticity. Mamicon's rule. Mamicon's rule. I encourage you to live an authentic life. Do not sacrifice your authenticity for anybody. Because you know what? If you don't know who you are, they will place you in a box, and when it's time to put somebody in prison or it's time to sacrifice someone, they'll sacrifice you. Because you don't know who you are. Know thyself. Know thyself. Get out of depression. Tell your truths. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Try and explore yourself. Figure yourself out. Some days you're going to be loud. Some days you're going to be soft. Some days you're going to be flowy. Some days you're going to be kick. And that's fine. Live out your authenticity. Live out your authenticity. Bye. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Please subscribe and share videos and ring the notification bell so you never miss another video. Authenticity. Wisdom Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesday. Bye.